Hello, everyone, and welcome to Get More Clients. I'm your host, Lynn Whitbeck, and just getting a little bit of a late start today. I definitely need more coffee. Business owners and entrepreneurs hire me to ignite winning sales because most are chasing down leads, lack client retention, conversion, and profit. The mission of this show is to educate, inspire, and motivate women and men around the world to build a robust sales strategy to get more clients, because many can't get more clients and haven't a clue why. You will learn to transform thinking to the client's perspective, eliminate the lengthy, chaotic sales cycle to ignite your sales and unleash lasting profits. You will also have the opportunity to connect with me further to see how I can support you beyond today. Back in the day, as a global VP of sales, our company rolled out a brand new high-tech client program. The marketing team put together a spiffy brochure. The sales executives were briefed on the functionality, bells and whistles, and we were sent out to sell the program. And you can imagine how that goes. Well, I saw a perfect solution with this new tool, with this new program for one of my global accounts. It would solve a significant pain point in their process flow. Our sales briefing and spiffy brochure did not cover why the program would matter to the clients, so they could. However, I connected those dots and I sold the first program. Hooray, confetti falling, and all of that. What I subsequently learned was that no one had considered how the program would be implemented, what information we needed to plan and execute, what resources and assets would be required. So that first internal meeting, post-sale, it was like looking out at a herd of deer all caught in the headlights. So I got to work. I mapped the implementation, identified the information, resources, and assets that we were going to need, and we built the solution for that first client on the fly while building the roadmap for the next clients. Ironically, this would happen a lot. Behind the Fortune 500 curtain, chaos often reigns supreme. Last week on Get More Clients, Rachel shared how imposter syndrome shows up in your sales success. What a great show. Thank you so much, Rachel. And today we're going to discuss Fortune 500 sales secrets translated for your growth. In corporate America, I found myself leading the team in sales and truly understanding what was most important to my clients so I could give them what they wanted and, more important, what they needed. By the end of today's show, you will learn 3 Fortune 500 sales secrets: how client thinking sets you apart from your competitors. Follow-up is crucial for sales success. Why it is vital to reconnect with your clients, executives, and decision makers. By identifying the gaps, areas of friction, and pain points in these 3 Fortune 500 sales secrets, you put your roadmap in motion, providing you the ability to make immediate process improvements, optimize your client experience, and get more clients. Let's start with number 1, client thinking. You've heard me talk about client thinking a lot because client thinking sets you apart from your competitors by gaining an understanding of what's your client's motivations, emotional triggers, and their why. And I want that to be an uppercase Y, bold, uppercase Y, because it's all about what matters to them. You know, what problem is this going to solve? What solution is it going to address? Why it's going to make their life easier, what's in it for them so they can. I know in sales, when you come with worthy intent, where you truly want to serve and help others, and you want to make sure there's a good fit, that's when you have an impact. You are helping your clients with their mission, their company initiatives, giving them a bit more balance in their life, whatever it happens to be. And at the heart of this is thinking like the client, understanding what is important to them, why it matters. Even in the beginning of my career, I was not selling a product or service. No, I was selling confidence, security, and peace of mind. When I took on my clients' projects, they did not have to think about it. They had absolute trust that incredibly complex projects would be flawlessly executed, and I would mitigate any risk that arose, and I would bring the solutions when needed. So here's the bottom line with client thinking. You've got to get out of your own way. You've got to shift your perspective to the clients. And this is about growth mindset exercises that are focused on guiding your clients to make a decision. And it's about embracing and expanding your viewpoint to match the client's perspective, what they want, need, or lack, why it benefits them, so they can. It's all about what matters to them. And when you embrace a growth mindset, it is absolutely crucial for objectivity, transparency, and blame-free introspection and acceptance of alternate perspectives. That's how you get there. And, I have gone through many exclusive exercises that we've developed to help you reject complacency, adopt candid expectations, and accept the mantle of continuous improvement. Go back and listen to a few of those episodes, all right? They're a direct tie-in with the Fortune 500 secrets that I gained over the course of my career. Now, number 2 is follow-up. Sometimes they just sort of feel like, don't get me started on follow-up, right? Because I have not met one person who overachieves at follow-up. And that means me too, all right? And I have to say it. I'm just going to say it. Most suck at follow-up, big time. Yet follow-up is absolutely crucial for sales success. Over 50% of B2B sales occur after the 5th sales call. Yet over 92% of salespeople, and that means you, have given up by the 4th attempt. So I want you to put this in a different perspective. No one gets into their car and says to the GPS, take me to a success place, a happy place. You ever tried that? No, your car GPS will repeat over and over again, please enter your destination. And this is the same as in your sales journey. So the client sales journey I want you to look at this as the complete body of experiences that your clients go through from interacting with you and your organization. From that initial spark when you met them, perhaps at a networking event, at a conference, at a trade show, they were introduced to you, you cold called on them. Yeah. And then you go through some outreach, you make that connection, you have a meeting, a call, and then there's the follow-up, a whole bunch of follow-up. You come to the decision-making phase, then you're implementing or executing on the product or service, and nurturing the relationship, the journey of your relationship with your client. And mapping your client journey is an essential building block of good sales strategy. Having a successful, thriving business is ultimately about the client experience. And this is a true area where you and your business compete with other businesses, other individuals, other entrepreneurs to attract, secure, and nurture clients and foster expansion and boost profits. The key to delivering an excellent client experience lies in your approach to sales strategy, and the essence of which is to engage, cultivate, close, and convert clients into champions. And this is the key thing. You need this strategic and methodical approach to make it happen. And follow-up is such a key element within that sales strategy because you are engaging, you are cultivating, you are closing, and you are converting clients to champions. You do all of that with follow-up. Even after someone becomes a client, you're following up to take the next step, to, have the next coaching call, herd the cats, bring them into the room, whatever it happens to be. So I want you to think about follow-up and how the through line, it goes through every aspect of your client experience. Sales success is ultimately a simple math problem. So I want to consider the math with 10 business owners or entrepreneurs. 5 out of the 10 never make a single follow-up attempt. It's just cold hard fact about stats. 5 out of 10. Now, another 3 give up after a single follow-up attempt. Maybe it's an email, moving this to the top of your queue. I mean, come on, how lame is that, right? So now we've got 2 business owners or entrepreneurs out of that original 10. And then we get the 2 people who basically give up after the 4th call, And so the stats around that are really 92%, but, do the math out of 10. I mean, you basically got 0. And so for a small business, that means 0, big hunkin' 0 out of the original 10. Now, if you can magically have, a 0.18304% of a person who actually does the follow-up after the 5th call, woohoo, have a party time. But last time I checked, you can't slice and dice it quite that way. Strategically planning for your sales follow-up, the cadence, the value to be delivered, the method that you're going to use, and your messaging focused on your client's thinking is vital for your business. And I have to tell you, follow-up is a superpower. It's a superpower. Because after all, 50% of B2B sales happen after the 5th sales call or follow-up. Now, you may have heard this story before, but it really brings us home. In my corporate career, I had had a great meeting with a very large corporate account. And they started to ghost me. Well, they did ghost me. Let's be honest. I couldn't beg, borrow, or steal another conversation with this person. And I went through my follow-up strategy. Every time delivering value first, leading with that value, I made it brief and to the point and why it mattered to them to move their company forward, right? And of course, move the conversation forward. I used different forms of outreach, email, voicemail, a letter that was snail mailed, a note, a package, all these different methods, a video message, all these different, a voice message on LinkedIn or another social platform that they were active in. I did this and I have a 13-step cadence. So I wasn't doing this every day and like drip, drip, drip. I would give them time to respond. All right. That powerful pause, give them a moment to respond. At my 12th time, this was one of my it's sort of like a Hail Mary pass. It's in my process. I would send a lunch invitation via a meeting invitation but for lunch, right? And so my thinking on this is that if they're really interested, they've got to eat, and most people will take some kind of a break for lunch, and hey, they get a free lunch. But of course, I was going to be flying in for this. So it really is sort of like a Hail Mary pass to get them to have that next conversation. He accepted the lunch invitation. Now, I didn't get an email. I didn't get a phone call. I didn't get a text message, no smoke signals, nothing, just an acceptance. But that was enough. I booked my travel, got on the plane. I sent emails and voicemails and text messages confirming when I would arrive, and so he was aware of that, but never heard boo. He's continued to ghost me, but he had accepted that. So on a wing and a prayer, there I was, showed up, came into the lobby. He came down. We went to lunch. By golly, 3-hour lunch. And you know what he told me? The first thing he said was, I have to tell you how sorry I am that I have not responded. He said, I have been so busy. It's like all day long, I put out fires. But every time you reached out, you were giving me information that I needed to put a perspective on how I could apply this or use this in our business and why it really was important. So when I got your lunch invitation, I went, yeah, we're doing this. We're going to make it happen. Because after all, I've got to eat. And there we were. Had a 3-hour conversation, 3 hours to put together the next steps and really move the entire sale forward. And yeah, it took a bunch of extra follow-up after that. But I did close that multi-million-dollar deal because of follow-up. You know what? You even have to follow up after somebody has said yes, but they still haven't signed the legal agreement or whatever it happens to be, or set the meeting for the kickoff. I mean, goodness gracious, follow-up happens at every step of your sales process. The key point here is that you need a strategic plan in place to guide you and your future sales team or your existing sales team, and provide them with the roadmap, tools, and materials to effectively follow up and move the sale forward. So number 3 in my Fortune 500 secrets is about reconnecting with decision makers, because it's vital to reconnect with your clients, executives, and decision makers. So this is post-sale, when you are nurturing the relationship, you're doing business with your client. Few make it a habit to do quarterly business reviews. So I use the acronym QBRs for this. And you may be thinking, well, what the heck? I don't even know what that is. You can use QBRs in any type of business, product or service that's delivered. And it is a very powerful tool. It will improve your client retention and provide opportunities to get in on the ground floor of new initiatives. Let me explain. Quarterly business reviews, QBRs, are a way to communicate the value you deliver and the results the client has realized. They reinforce the reasons the client hired you with easily digestible facts and figures. They must always include management, the executives, those decision makers in the quarterly business review meeting, whether it's in person or virtual. You're going to leverage your experience and expertise of working with their organization to discuss emerging and important objectives. So you may be thinking, well, I'm an executive coach. How am I going to, use a quarterly business review? Well, after the first 3 months that you've been working with that executive, take a moment to think about the progress that they've made. From where they were when you first met them and you first started working with them to where they are today. It takes about 3 months for a transformation to begin to occur. Now, it's not about you putting into their mouth the words of the transformation. It's really about reminding them where they are and then asking them where they are now and how things have changed, and letting them tell you how much they've changed and transformed and grown and developed, right? And that's in that frame, those are those facts and figures. And then reinforcing that, yes, you've done this and this that you weren't able to do. You've stretched your comfort zone. You led your team in this new initiative, whatever it happens to be, and that positive reinforcement. And then it's about future casting. Where they're headed, what's next, right? Where are they going to be the next 3 months, 6 months, a year? And what are the things that you're going to be able to help them navigate? So as you have that conversation, it's also a great opportunity to bring up a referral. Because if you're doing things right, you've been seeding the idea of referrals all the way through. You've absolutely earned the right to ask for a referral. And I want to talk about this because referrals are an area for improvement when reconnecting with your client and the executives, the decision makers. And you can do this within a QBR. And by implementing a referral process and asking for referrals, you're able to serve more people, create more impact, shorten your sales cycle, and increase your sales profit, ultimately making more money. Here's a key point about that. You must train people to refer you. So would it interest you to know that 30% of B2B companies, maybe your small business, have some sort of referral program in place, but less than 10% provide referral training to their sales team, or maybe you've never had referral training for yourself. And when you think about that, like 10%, so that means that 90%, over 90% of B2B organizations are missing out on the shorter sales cycles and higher profits that come with referrals. And I'm going to be honest with you, no matter what type of business you're in, whether you're a solo entrepreneur or you're running a big corporation, client referrals can make or break your business success. Referral leads convert 30% better than leads generated from other marketing channels. In addition to this immediate results, there is much more value generated across the lifetime of the relationship, because that's what this is. A Fortune 500 secret, it is about human to human relationships. People buy from people, okay? And people who are referred to you, they already have an element of trust built in. Referral leads also have a much better idea of your product or service, right? And they have a good first impression before they ever talk to you, because a trusted resource has introduced them to you. There also is the fact that people who are referred to you, they give you even more referrals, because that was how they started the relationship. So it's sort of a natural flow that they're then going to refer more people. And data around this reveals that they are four times more likely to provide you with fresh referrals. Ultimate kicker is you will increase your client retention 10 to 20% for those individuals who become referrers because of that trust. It really indicates how much they trust you, how much they value the relationship with you. And quarterly business reviews are the absolute perfect time to ask for referrals, especially when it's in a one-on-one setting. It's a perfect opportunity. And certainly afterwards, as a follow-up to the quarterly business review, it's an absolute perfect time, because referral leads are not only easier to close, but they're going to help your business in the long term. And if you don't already ask your clients for referrals, then you're simply losing money every year. So that needs to be wrapped into your quarterly business process. So as I wrap up today, ultimately, these 3 proven Fortune 500 sales secrets are really going to serve you. Here's the thing. You need to look for patterns, identify blockers, and understand purpose, question usefulness and validity, and lay the groundwork to formulate your new sales plan. Pull those 3 Fortune 500 secrets in. Really, referrals was a bonus tip into your sales strategy. All right. Take this opportunity today to stretch and grow. So thank you so much for tuning in. My purpose is for you to get more clients. Bottom line, don't make this harder than it has to be. Sales should be a win-win. And on behalf of Petite to Queen, I've carved out a limited number of time slots for you to hop on and ignite your sales call with me and see what's working, not working, and what you would love to have working. I'm going to see how I might further support you in effectively generating more leads, converting more sales, and fulfilling on your promise as a brand and organization. The fastest way to success is to assure people know that they matter. And the best way to make this happen is to build a consistent sales strategy to acquire, convert, and capitalize on every lead. You will find growing your business is easy and lucrative. Today, I shared Fortune 500 sales secrets translated for your growth. And the key is for you to implement these steps to stop wasting your time, energy, and resources. You have the opportunity to jump in and get the support you need for true success. Say yes to you and get on a call with me. I'm really, truly gifted at this, and you deserve a shortcut to your success with the right support. You can go to ptq.link/win-win. Our Get More Clients programs are designed for immediate on-the-fly implementation and for individuals committed to taking action to move their business forward. To learn more about our Get More Clients program, you can visit our website at petitetoqueen.com. You can also connect with me there on our website and stay current on all of our insightful advice, our breakthrough advantages, and never miss an episode. Sign up for our weekly Wisdoms newsletter at petitetoqueen.com. And next week on Get More Clients, I will share 3 deal point factors you must master for better sales. Make sure you don't miss a single episode by subscribing to Get More Clients wherever you get your podcasts. And if you love the show, please share it with your friends and peers and give us a 5-star review. We would very much appreciate it. I'll see you next week on Get More Clients.